Hey, and welcome to Miss Q's Closet. I'm Miss Q, and I'm back with a follow-up from my video on Monday. Monday's video was the truth on how I lost weight. I also asked you guys to journal uh, your first time your heart was broken. And I asked you to do that. I didn't go into depth, but I'm going to do it now. I asked you to do that because experiencing some of that stuff shapes who you are right now. I also mentioned for myself um, that I was 6 years old for my first experience. And I'm going to label that abandonment issues. Okay. And then on down the line with a father figure issue, again, it turned to be commitment issues. So let me explain. Let me go back into how I want you to go in more in depth. Depth. I believe I said it right that time. If not, you get what I'm saying. When you're reevaluating this pain that you've experienced. So, as I told you, as I asked, was your earliest age? Then you note who was involved, what part you played in it, and what was the end result? How did it make you feel? And did you deal with it then? And if not, boom, you finna deal with it now. All right. So again, the earliest age, who was involved, what happened, how were you involved? That's another question. What were the end results? How did it make you feel? Did you deal with it? How did you deal with it? I apologize. And if not, we finna deal with it now, as I just said. So I'm talking about me. So as this grown adult, um, for me, like I said, it was six. That was me discovering that the man who I thought was my father was not my father. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this: I was never told that this was your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But I was never told that it wasn't. Respectfully, it is what it is. And when it came out, it was like, what? And then, you experience that you're no longer going with that family. But as a child, you don't understand that. So you like, dang, okay. That's when it come in your mind. How am I not enough? Am I good enough? You know what I'm saying? And all that type of stuff. Yeah, that was a lot to revisit that situation. Okay. And then as an adult, because like I said, that was a father figure for me. As an adult, another father figure in my life, my whole life, um, ups and leaves. You know what I'm saying? So I will say this. When my mom and my dad raised us, we didn't know they was into it. So when I say up and leave, that's how it felt to me. Because you've been around all this time and we don't know what's going on, and then you just up and leave. But then all the other issues come out. But for me, before I go down deep in that rabbit hole, it was commitment issues. Because, like I said, this man's been in my life all my life. And I've watched my mom be with him and experiences and acceptances. And then 20 something years later, you know what I'm saying? You just up and go. So for me, how I saw that, I can give you my all. I'm married to you, first of all. I can give you my all. I can have children about, by you. accept all your bullshit and everything else, and you up and leave. Oh, hell no. That fucked me up because, like I just said, no matter what, we go through thick and thin, and then you just up and you leave for something shiny and new. What the entire fuck? You know what I'm saying? So for me, how that translated into my life as an adult, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna see what you doing, but I'm gonna give you me, but I don't give you all of me, cause I'm still got that trauma. And I apologize if anybody see this and I dated you. Yeah, you did not get 100% of me because I was literally waiting for the other shoe to fall. I loved you. If I loved you, if I said those words, I loved you. If I ain't never said it, I ain't love you. Dead ass. But you didn't have 100% of my heart because I still felt like the other shoe was going to drop at any moment, at any given moment. And I sit back now and it's like, wow, I missed that on a whole bunch. I missed that on a lot. You know what I'm saying? Relationships that I've had or men that come across me. I ain't gonna say relationships because I didn't do a lot of relationships. I had friends, bitch. I had friends. Literally, friends. I'm sorry, I had to turn that off. But I'm sorry, y'all. The popo right here in front of my. I don't know what he doing. I don't know if y'all seen this shit, but they pulled up to the neighbor house, baby. I'm gonna let y'all see. I'm gonna record everything. But anyway, like I was saying, those instances, even though I was 6 and the other one happened when I was 23, that played a major part on my life. I'm going to say this. I didn't have father issues. No, because like I said, he'd been in my life all my life. And when he left, I was 23. I experienced other stuff within, the household, but I'm talking about how it pertains to your life as a woman. You know what I'm saying? It also can be how you deal with your children. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like you get too close. You just never know how people translate things in their mind. You know what I'm saying? So again, dealing with this stuff can be heavy. If you cannot, I will say this, because I was going to say, if you cannot talk to somebody, journal. I'm going to say that all the time. All the time. However, when you going back as deep as you going back and somebody have experiences that are really, really, really bad, you know what I'm saying? And some people, like I mentioned before, if you cannot communicate with them or you don't want to communicate with them, you got to get it off your body. What I did, I wrote a letter. Write a letter. And you write and you cry and you say everything, anything on your body, on your mind, on your spirit to say until you can't write no more. So, sorry for the interruption, but dealing with these small issues, or at least recognizing them, helps with the issues that you're still dealing with today at this great big age. So, journal, write a letter, talk to somebody, or talk to a therapist. Either way, I suggest you get it off your body. It is the best thing to do is to release it. All right. Go be great.